probably a bad idea to talk about this now because I'm still hungover. But like I'm hopefully at the end of it, I'm feeling all right. So let's go on Thursday, the 16th of February, 2023. Didn't mention this on Monday, but got a suit from Focus. Branded at Goss 80 Pine. It was waistcoat, trousers, and blazer, and also came tie as well that came free. Um, the guy said it was charcoal red. It's good. Although I prefer black for suits, like pure black. But it was good. Signed people like it. Got there not long before 6 on. I should have mentioned this is formal. Um, got there just before 6. It's supposed to start at 6. I saw a bunch of people that I didn't recognize heading in, so I thought that either just my eyesight is bad or there's another school doing their formal at the same time, and it turns out that there was. I know what school it is because my mum texted me. I've just saw this person, and we know he goes to this school, so it must be that school's formal. Or it's a plus one to another school's formal. I went then, looked around, couldn't find anyone that I recognised. Phoned up driver, but at the same time he's phoning me going, "Where are you?" I was like, "Come on, let me find somewhere quiet to talk." Yeah, where are you? I'm here. Where are you? Oh, we're all upstairs. All right, went up. Right. Sorry, that was my mum leaving the house. It's gonna get cold, which is good because I'm fucking freezing. So I met up a driver and everyone that was on my table, and then the person who organized the entire thing and has been friends with me since year eight. Like, oh, you're looking well. You're looking well as well. See that you've matched my dress with your tie. Yeah. I know you intentionally did that, Don. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sat down, talked to her for a bit. She went to talk to someone else. I went to my actual table. Guy came in who we're friends, but we're not that close. Yeah, he asked me if I brought my ID. I said no. He's like, "Oh, you buy a beer? Oh, would you? Give me a Budweiser, please." Budweiser, it tastes like piss. It's not as bad as Heineken, but it's probably the second worst. And then after that, I was like, "Fuck it." I have a photo of my ID on my phone that may or may not be clear enough. Um, like it's quite a blurry photo, and it's the actual photo of me on the ID is from back when I had long hair. Uh, but the bartender was was fine with it. So I got a driver getting a Corona. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I got a Corona as well. I never had a Corona. Got it. It's good. Got another Corona. I'm trying to do this in chronological order, but that's not chronological order. So they did the awards. I got Formal King. And it's quite embarrassing. I didn't know if I was supposed to go up or anything until someone told me to go up. So I was like, oh, okay. Do you have anything to say, Dylan? No. You sure? No. Put the sachet on. The sachets were terribly made, by the way. Um, because everyone was peeling off. Uh, sachet on. Got my photo took. My stomach is fucked. I'm gonna try and continue. Driver made fun of me for not knowing how to put on a sachet. I was like, well, have you ever put it on a sachet before? No. But I know how to do it. Yeah, like, other people got awards. McKnight showed up, he was looking very good. Highlander showed up, looking like he just put on his school uniform minus the blazer. But his tie wasn't his school tie. I just thought it was from a distance. Then the meal, the food, the dinner. Starter was, I think, potato and leek soup. Most people at my table hated it. I'm not a fan of potatoes or just vegetables in general, which, I mean, shouldn't come as a surprise. I did try to eat a bit. Like, I got a bit of bread and dipped it in, and then after that was the main, which was, it said like 2 cut steak, peppercorn sauce, and mashed potatoes, and roast potatoes. I don't eat potatoes, as just said. Not really a fan of beef, except for when it's in a burger. And it was very dry, so you have to put on quite a bit of peppercorn sauce for it to be tolerable. Then after that was dessert, which was a cheesecake. Like, it said like deconstructed honeycomb cheesecake. It's like, just say that you got a bit of honeycomb and smash the thing. You don't need to say all these fancy words like deconstruct it. Dylan, by the way, he was pissed, and I don't mean drunk, I mean angry or bitter, like the entire time. He's like, oh, the words are biased, the food is shit, I'm not drinking. I don't know why he's not drinking. Blah blah blah. Um, but I, I, I think I was the only person that liked that cheesecake, and the cheesecake was fucking delicious. It was so good. I've never had I don't know what's different about that one, because the only cheesecakes that I really eat are the ones, like the GU ones. That was kind of like that. So at this point, I've had a Budweiser and 2 Coronas, because my mum suggested that, it's on for 3.5 hours. Have a drink about every hour, one an hour. But then I was like, I forgot that I already had 3. I thought I only had 2. It was like, right, I've wanted to try this for about a week now, so might as well do it. Guinness! Guinness is fucking disgusting. I would even, it's just alcoholic coffee to me, and I don't like black coffee. And obviously by this time I was drunk, and I did get drunk last week, but I denied being drunk because I don't. I know that, like, being drunk is like false confidence and stuff like that. But to me, being drunk is just being dizzy. That's basically it. And I find myself, I did this last week as well. I find myself acting drunk, like not actually being drunk, but acting drunk. But I don't know why I did that unless that's what being drunk actually is like. Because there's no way in hell I wasn't drunk and that drunk. Like at that point, you can tell I was drunk, but I had a hell of a lot more after that. So I'd heard about like there's an after party and stuff, um, but they all talked about it on the group chat on Snapchat. I don't have Snapchat because I don't like Snapchat, so I didn't hear anything about it. I wasn't invited, but the person who organized the entire thing had invited me to the after party. So I went, but before we went, I did some dancing, if you can call it dancing, because I I was drunk. Oh, excuse me, I'm just shaking about because I'm so fucking cold. Um, Someone who had messaged me, who left the school in like October, and I've only talked to her once since then. Messaged me a couple weeks ago, and can I dance with you formal? And I said no because I don't dance. But maybe it was the alcohol that gave me that false confidence. So, oh no, it wasn't her. It was the girl who organized it. She brought me to the dance floor, and I just held her hand and mimicked her moves. That was what I. That was basically it. And then I sort of used the excuse that I need to go to the bathroom once. She like, let's go by hand, and there were other people dancing with me, like Night and a couple other people that don't have fake names for. Uh, these excuses, I need to sit down because I'm so drunk, or I need to go for a piss and stuff like that. And one time when I was at the bathroom, one of the many times, McKnight was there, and one of the other guys I was dancing with this before I was actually dancing. Um, Sorry about that. In the bathroom, McKnight pinned me up against the wall, and I don't know. It was the entire time he was like, "Dylan, you're my boyfriend," and all that. And by the way, he's wearing a very nice green tie, and it was pointed out by someone that he bought that green tie to match his ex girlfriend's dress or something like that. But it's a little too personal for me to get into, so I'll continue. Pin me up against the wall, and then the other guy I was dancing with was like, "Hey, you back off. Go on, Dylan. I need to piss, man." Uh, Went back, sat down, noticed Ginger had a glass of something bubbly in his hand. Like, oh, what the fuck are you doing drinking wine? Wine is disgusting. It's not wine, Dylan. It's champagne. Took a drink. It's nice. I've had champagne as well. Champagne is also disgusting. Um, and then like he was drinking that, and then someone pointed out that it wasn't actually champagne. It wasn't champagne. It was Shiller. Anyway, I figured that I've got enough time and money for one more drink, so I'll buy one. I'll buy one. So I find eventually I went back to the table that I was supposed to sit at and realized no one's there. Oh, and a person who I'll refer to as Gail Simone, which I'll get into sometime later, eventually, hopefully, when I do a DM segment, which is long overdue. Uh, she offered me a bottle of vodka, which I drank straight up. Not, like, sorry, not, what I mean is I didn't pour it into anything. I had just straight vodka. I was going to drink the entire thing in one swig, but I don't know how you do that in those tiny bottles. I eventually realized that my my table had they'd all relocated to behind the bar, basically. And around that time that someone said, "Oh, why don't you get yourself another Corona with a lime?" It's like, sure, fine. Did that. And eventually, it was over at 9:30. So everyone at my table went to someone's house and stayed there for the night. They're all back home now, obviously. Meanwhile, I got on the bus. That guy who, we'll just say, protected me from Jack had, cheering on, you know, football chants and all. This might be a two-parter because I know my phone is. So he had something in his hand. I couldn't tell if it was a Guinness or a Strongbow. It was like, it's like, you got a Strongbow, man? Yeah. Yeah, I said, oh, sure. Never had Strongbow. It was dark fruits flavor, and I would say that their dark fruits is better than Magnum's dark fruits. I guess I shouldn't be mixing my drinks, but it gets worse. It took a long time for the bus to eventually move. I don't know why, but so we got there and got in line for more drinks. Talking to someone, he decided to buy me attendance. Then I had a Bud Light, another Corona, vodka Red Bull, and a cider. I think that's everything. More dancing, more pissing. Surprisingly, didn't throw up. Well, yet. Eventually, my dad showed up and went home. And here comes some extreme TMI. I threw up all over myself and did nothing. Like, it was, ugh. I was like, oh, okay. Woke up at 4 in the morning and was debating for quite a while whether or not to try and go back to sleep or to just watch news on my tablet. And I eventually decided to watch news on my tablet. And that's basically all I did until I started making this video. So, and then I free up some more. Yeah, it was fun. It was one of the most, if not the most exciting night of my life. But I don't think I ever want to get that drunk again. Because fucking hangover, oh my god. And worst thing is that my dad possibly wants to take me drinking on Saturday. I'm not gonna go. Anyway, before my phone dies, Tar Heist actually mixed ratings, directed by Brett Ratner. I watched it on Netflix, starring Eddie Murphy, Ben Stiller, Matthew Broderick. Don't know why I pronounce Broderick so weirdly. Casey Affleck, Alan Alda, Tay Leone, Michael Pena, Judd Hirsch, Stephen McKinley. Something looks familiar. I don't remember seeing Kate Upton. Robert Downey Sr. Skylar. Find that funny. Skylar Wright. I don't think Charlie Murphy or Dave Chappelle are in it, but Joan Rivers. I remember my dad telling me something about Joan Rivers, but I don't know if that was when I was watching this or when I was watching something else. So she could be in it.